A woman whose father was born into slavery rings in the opening of the newest and very popular museum on Washington's National Mall, the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture.
The story told here doesn't just belong to Black Americans. It belongs to all Americans.
More than 12 million people have visited the museum since it opened in 2016. Among them, newly elected President Donald Trump.
I'm deeply proud that we now have a museum that honors the millions of African American men and women who built our national heritage, especially when it comes to faith, culture, and the unbreakable American spirit.
But Trump has changed his mind about the museum, which features unflinching exhibits on slavery, civil rights, and economic challenges. He's issued an executive order demanding changes at all federal parks and museums. Quote, "The National Museum of African American History and Culture has proclaimed that hard work, individualism, and the nuclear family are aspects of white culture. Museums in our nation's capital should be places where individuals go to learn, not to be subjected to ideological indoctrination or divisive narratives that distort our shared history." The public reaction, offended and angry.
Dictators tried to shutter museums, censor history, and whitewash the truth. But we know the truth. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that centuries of bondage and enslavement brutalized Black bodies and tore apart Black families.
Academics say there should be a bigger uproar over Trump's executive order.
When you start erasing cultural institutions, historical institutions, such as the African American History Museum, we're on another level of fascism that I don't think people quite realize.
The Smithsonian defends its museum's content, but to be certain, quote, "The Board of Regents has directed the Secretary to articulate specific expectations to museum directors and staff regarding content in Smithsonian museums. Give directors reasonable time to make any needed changes to ensure unbiased content, and to report back to the board on progress and any needed personnel changes." For now, the crowds are still pouring into the museum, even as what they are coming to see is under threat of being erased. Rosiland Jordan, Al Jazeera, Washington.
Don't miss out. Get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news, expert insight. Like, share, stay ahead.